Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a Q&A video. Hi, so welcome back, and if this is your first time here, as I say, today we're going to be answering some of your questions. So I get a lot of questions sent to me, either direct on Instagram or on the comments section of the YouTube videos. Also over on our Detailing World official Instagram account as well. So we've put out a couple of Q&As over the last few days, a couple of stories, and we've got some of your questions here. So yeah, let's get straight into them and I'll answer them the best I can. So the first one comes from D. Jervin. What's the best way to restore new car smell? For me, it's all about giving the interior a good clean out. That's the best way. So the smell's going to be coming from the bacteria and dirt and grime and everything that just builds up in the interior. So do the best that you can in terms of getting it clean. Use a wet vac if you can. If you've got leather seats, give them a thorough clean down with a leather cleaner, and then just using a nice leather conditioner can give you that new car smell, that the fresh smell of leather. Really nice. If you've got upholstered seats like I have on the new one, then as I say, it's just going to be a case of wet vacuuming them, get all the grime out of there. And if it's been a smoker's car, I think you need something like ozone. I've never really used anything like that. And then a nice air freshener after. I mean, Sam's Detailing, should I say, do one called Linen Scent. I like to go for these sort of like cherry fragrance ones. Dual Auto Care sent us a couple as well, and one of them's like smells like an aftershave. Really nice. But yeah, really it's all about getting the car as clean as possible, because that's where the odour's coming from. So you need to eliminate the odour and then put in whatever you consider a new car smell to be. Put that fragrance in. Moving on then, we've got Nazari Gorodo. Sorry, the rest of the usernames are missed off here. What are the best brushes for seats that are leather / the rest is missed? You get dedicated leather brushes. They're kind of like a short, I've not got any to hand obviously, I'm in the living room now. Like a hog's hair brush or a bristle brush, just use that. But be careful, find out if you've got like actual, real, genuine, high quality leather, or it's more like the plasticky vinyl kind of leather that the Nissan had. Sometimes just a microfiber cloth will be enough to clean up the texture of the leather, basically. So yeah, just get a dedicated leather brush. IDO Detailing asks, what are the steps process to recoat a ceramic coated vehicle? Honestly, I've never had to do that. I would say you need to remove the existing coating, I'd imagine. I imagine it's, why are you recoating it is probably the next thing. If it's got swirls and whatnot, then is the areas where the coating's missing. You're probably going to be doing a machine polish anyway. So I would be going down that route anyway. You'd be doing a wash, a decon, so chemical decontamination, clay decontamination. And then you're going to be doing a polish anyway. I'd like to think so. You're going to do a ceramic. So that should remove any ceramic protection on there. Other than that, it's going to be a case of topping up your ceramic with whatever the top-up product is from the manufacturer that you're using. But yeah, it's not something that I've ever really had to deal with. On my own car, I was testing ceramics like a wing at a time, and then I just polish it. But that was that, really. So the next question comes from John WB33. How best to clean deviated stitching on seats, dash, and again, rest of the question is missed. I think I get what you're getting out there. Best way to clean stitching? My brother found a tip years ago. This was probably about 15 years. So when just as I was getting into detailing, he was using baby wipes on the white stitching. I'm not saying use that. I don't know what long-term effects that's going to have. As I said earlier, dedicated leather brush. As you're cleaning the steering wheel anyway, that's going to at the same time clean the stitching. Or if you're unsure, if it's quite fine, just go with a gentle microfiber towel. Maybe work your way up to a soft toothbrush, or even those like Carbon Collective, those really fine makeup brushes, but they might not have enough bite. You know what I mean when I say makeup brushes? Them some ridiculously soft detailing brushes. We have Sneakos 2018. I want to give white paint a warm shine. What do you recommend? give it a good clean first. White paintwork, decontamination, and then when you think you've done, decontaminate it again, and then a third time. Get it as clean as possible. And then after that, you can go down the polishing route. That's up to you. The benefit with white paint, you can get away without polishing. It's really hard to see the swirls. So what I would probably do is hit it with a filler glaze polish kind of thing. So on the white Scirocco, I'll put a link to that up there. On the white Scirocco, I use, I think it's called Secret Weapon from Auto Fanatics, if I remember correctly. I know I use that on the wheels. I can't remember what I did on that one now. But anyway, something like that, which would help mask any swirls as well. So you're not cheating, you're just filling that in. It also helps then when it comes to putting on a good wax. I personally find, I think waxes give a bit more of a glow. Really, it's going to be hard anyway with a white car to get that warm feel. But I think waxing is going to be the best option. Polishing, as I said, that's going to be the biggest advantage. You may remember the Porsche detail that I did a couple of months ago, and if you haven't, I'll put a link to that up there. That it was like a mirror finish. In fact, I put a teaser on Instagram at the time, guess what colour this is, and no one guessed it was white. The reflection on it was ridiculous. But that's all in the prep and all in the polish. So it kind of depends what you want, but I would probably go down a nice traditional wax route. Maybe get a wax SiO2 blend wax. Puppet Master 3, what detergent do you use to wash your microfiber? Old school me, it was a non-bio liquid, Fairy non-bio liquid if I remember rightly. Other brands available. But in recent days I've been using, I think it's simply called Microfiber Wash from Valet Pro. They sent me a bottle out, been using that, love it. So yeah, Valet Pro Microfiber Wash, happy days. You can get that from them direct or Clean and Shiny. Plenty of people sell that. Definitely get that for your microfibers. I am Cabby. Is there a product that would be best to bring back shine and colour to a Golf Mark 1 cab? And then it cuts off at VIN. I don't know what you want to say there. I did a left-hand drive imported Mark 1 Golf cab years ago in that dragon greeny colour. What's the question again? Is there a product that would be best to bring back shine and colour? Again, it's, as I said earlier, it's not necessarily a product, it's a process, it's polishing. I know it depends on the life of the paint. Polishing's not always the answer. A Mark 1 Golf, what's that, early 80s? You're looking at a 40-year-old car now. Bloody hell, it could be even older than that. So it depends how many times it's been polished beforehand as well. So yeah, make sure you've got a paint thickness gauge because you don't know how many times that's been hit with a machine polish. If you are unsure, then again, going down a hand polishing route with fillers in there, something like Autoglim, high street brand, the super resin polish, can't go wrong with that. Or Scara from Stianoglass, another cracking hand polish, and Dodo Juice do a good range as well. So there's plenty of options there. If you're talking about the cab itself, the roof, again, just give that a thorough clean, all-purpose cleaner. That will clean that up really well. Again, Valet Pro, because I've used it, they do a drop-top cleaner and a drop-top protector, something like that. I'm not sure what else you might have been mentioning. If you were going to say vinyl, if that was on there. Bubbler from Stianoglass, that gives a nice sort of like natural look. I forgot what it's called. I want to say Black to the Future. I forgot what it's called. Tyromania, sorry. Black to the Future is a good one, Dodo Juice. Tyromania, that's a good one as well. That's quite a natural matte look. If you want that on the tyres, you can probably use that on the trim. Or then you've got like Hydra Tyre from 26 JPN, which was a SiO2 infused tyre dressing. That did bring some black side. Oh, and of course, if you're talking about black plastics, I've not used it myself, but I've heard good things from it, from John, one of the other guys on this channel, and Bill, is the G-Technic, is it C4, I think? I've never had a car with enough plastic. You know, people with Mini Coopers typically buy them because they've got all the plastic around the arches, but something like that. I don't know what part of the question you was going to be asking there, but hopefully that's answered something for you guys. So next we've got a bunch of questions from Specky McSparrow, and he's another fellow detailer, YouTuber, Instagrammer. He's Scottish, but don't let that put you off. So who has the best UK detailing related podcast hosted by Paul Dalden and Specky McSparrow? someone else called Speculum Experiment Paul Dorden. What's better, a long-term sealant or repeated applications of short-term protective QD? Long-term sealant. Easy. QD is not a protection as such. It's more of a wipe down and add a week's worth of protection on top of your existing. But anyway, what's that smell? It's not Jeff, he's next to me, but I don't know, mate. It's your house. Why do men have nipples? Biology. All fetuses are born as females to begin with, I do believe. What's your favourite beer? Oh, that's a good question. Got a lot of favourites. It depends on the mood. I can't really pick one. Types of beer, I used to pale ales and all of that jazz. And then prior to COVID, when all the beer festivals are still on, I was trying a lot more darks because there seemed to be more flavour. And the beer festival I went to a few weeks ago, I went back towards pales and ambers. It depends on my mood. I will try a lot. I do like to try and drink local, or if I'm visiting an area, local to that area. So I always like to try and do that. Yeah, that's that. What will be the first detailing product you give to the baby? I reckon giving the pressure washer full ball. Yeah, and just see how far back he flies. Other than that, it probably will be like a wash mitt. Like wear it kind of like a sleep sack and then just wash him with the car. I have no idea. I've not thought that far ahead. Although you actually can get kiddie pressure washers, so I'll probably be one of them. Like, let's be honest, probably be one of them to clean like the red and yellow car when that time comes. Scotty Dog Christie, is it worth cleaning the underside of your car prior to the winter months? If so, how would you go about it? Yes, any time of the year, not just during the winter, but yeah, why not get it done before the winter and then definitely do it after the winter. And if you can, do it during, especially if you had like a load of salt and slush on the road. Do it every couple of weeks, especially if you've got a car that you want to keep and you don't want the chassis and everything to rot. The way to go about it, there was a cheapo method years ago, and I'm talking like 15 or more years ago when detailing world in its early days, garden sprinkler. There's no pressure behind it, but just garden sprinkle under your car, that wet it. This is obviously, of course, if you haven't got a ramp. If you've got a ramp, get it up, pressure wash it. Mitch over at Detail Geek, he's got like one of them fancy contraptions on wheels and it shoots about 4 or 5 jets of water. I think you can get them over here. I don't really see many UK detailers using them. It is something I've considered, but I never really have that much of a request, so yeah. Drive over a garden sprinkler or one of those push along thingamajigs. Or, in fact, there's another method that I have seen people use. The patio attachment that you get with the car pressure washers, turn it upside down. That's got a bit of pressure on it. So that's that. Getting chemicals under there is going to be next to impossible. You're literally just going to be rinsing it by doing that. I'm sorry, I can never pronounce your name. Sebien. I never know if that's pronounced right. After detailing, do you wash and dry your buckets and do you wipe clean all of your bottles? Yes. Short answer is yes. So the buckets, yep, I bring them back in. As soon as I've done with them, they come back behind the gates, tip them and give them a quick swirl out and then leave them upside down on the pebbles out on the back. If I'm not going to be out all day and they've actually not dried themselves in that time, then I'll probably just use my hand towel or something and then just dry them. But yeah, I always do that. Same with wiping down afterwards. Any bottles that I've used all get put onto the table before I put them back. So then if any need refilling, I can refill them and it just means I can wipe them down if I have to. And if I've been testing products, I can shoot other bits of footage afterwards as well. I don't know if you guys can see Jeff, but I've got Jeff down here. But finally, before we finish this then, I'm just going to go through, we've got a bunch of questions that have come through in the past few weeks over on YouTube, in the YouTube comments. Apologies, I've not had time to reply to everyone. I always try to reply to every message that we get, even if it's just a quick thanks. But anyway, we did have some questions on here, so let's have a quick look. Let's just read some of the comments. Quite a few of you, after the last video, wanted to see a wheels off detail. That will be happening. What have we got? Let's have a look. There were a few questions and they've all gone now. They've all gone. Where are they? Where are they? What good sealant would you suggest? Could be ceramic paste, spray or liquid. I'm honestly not sure. There's so many out there. It depends what kind you want. And this is on the wheels video you're commenting. I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know what to say on that one. There's too many I'm just thinking about right now. If it's wheels, I used to be like a poor boys. I forgot what it was called now. The pink wheel sealant. I think it was just called wheel sealant. I used to love that stuff. I still do like it, but I just use spray on wheels. Any that I've got to hand, there's quite a few that I like. It's just easier to apply. That was the poor boys. It was quite hard work, and the modern day seems to be everything's sprayable. What else is a quick workaround? SiO2. What's it called now? My mind's gone blank. Totally gone blank. The one from Detailed Online, the green stuff. SiO2 gloss detailer or something. I can't remember what it's called now. That's good. Spray on, rinse off. Valet Pro's Snow Seal. It's a good one. I know that's with a snow foam cannon. Spray on, rinse off. I'm just trying to think what I use. I'm a wax person. I've always liked waxes. I do like ceramics, but I've always liked waxes. So my mind's struggling. I might come back to that if I think about anything else. Will the micro polisher get light scratches out of the black? So this is again on the wheels video asking about the nano polisher. Yes, it will. You just got to be patient. There's a few more questions on that as well, and one of the main ones is the quality of it. So there's a bunch here. That SPTA, again, I'll put a link to that up there now. Cracking product for the price. I can't remember off the top of my head what it was. 120, 150 pounds, something like that. One drawback, and a lot of people have mentioned this in their videos, is the stalling. You just need to know how to use it. Just don't apply too much downwards pressure. I've also noticed that when using the extension bars, it stalls a lot easier. But yeah, just learn how to work with that machine rather than trying to make the machine work for you, if that makes sense. So yeah, cracking product, that one. What products would you recommend for faux leather seats? As long as you keep them clean, just use a good shampoo solution. You could use an all-purpose cleaner. Some people will say, obviously, it can dry out the leather. Some leather products will actually be suitable for vinyl and leather, so check that out. I think Autoglyn did one, vinyl and rubber care, something along those lines it was called. But if in doubt, start off with a gentle soapy solution and work your way up. Let's have a look. Have we got any more quick questions? Hi, I would like to see something about Tax Systems Moonlight. Okie dokie, noted. What else do we have on here? God, there's a lot of questions on the new car. A lot of questions. What else do we have? Can you do a best polish and wax combo for black cars? Yes, I'll do that. That's asking a question on the black car video, what they want to see. So yeah, we can get that one done, not a problem. Let's have a look for one more. Let's just do that and see what we get. Let's see where it stops. Please make a video detailing Jeff. Well, he went to the groomers yesterday. I probably should have asked them to do one. Maybe one day. He's asleep now. I pick him up. He's asleep next to me. He's just down here. So yeah. So that's that Q&A done then. I hope you enjoyed that. Just something a little bit different. We'll try and do one of these a bit more regular. There's going to be some changes coming soon as well. So yeah, if you enjoyed this, don't forget to smash that like button as well. You can subscribe as well by clicking this icon just here. And we'll also put a couple of videos that we think you might like just down here and here somewhere. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed this one and we'll see you in the next video.